Hey, Endeavor artists. Wow, I miss you. Like, I really miss you. I miss seeing all your faces and hearing all of your voices and seeing your ideas. I'm just saying hey in the hall. I hope you're well. I hope your family is safe and healthy and you're getting some time to kind of settle into a routine at this point. I am going to organize some art lessons for you every week, and those will come through your teacher's lesson plan. So don't forget to click down at the bottom and maybe pick art some days. But you can also pick PE and library and music because we are all coming up with some ideas for you. Now, as far as art projects, I sure do wish I would have sent some supplies home with you, but none of us knew what was happening. So when you're doing some projects at home, use whatever you can. So I probably have more art supplies at my house than most people, but if I'm holding up a piece of white paper and you don't have it, but you have the back of an envelope from the mail, do it, use it. Whatever you've got, use it. And in fact, you might actually be more creative because you don't have your normal supplies. The same thing goes, if I'm using colored pencils, but you don't have any, but you have some old markers, maybe use those too. And if you just have a pencil or a pen, that's fine. If you end up using anything that's not yours, make sure you ask permission. So like in one of the projects I'm pushing out this week, there's some weird project supplies that might come from the refrigerator. So make sure you ask permission before you grab something. And speaking of that, make sure you clean up your mess. So we don't have little table jobs in here at home, or maybe you do. Ooh, is that something we need to work on? Anyway, there's no pink person, yellow person, green person, blue person. You just need to clean up after yourself, and hopefully you're already doing that. So I'm gonna have fun and teach you just some random things that you can do. If yours doesn't look like mine, good. Yours will probably be better. You've got great ideas. And don't ever think that it has to be exactly what I'm doing. Yours should be yours. If you come up with a different way of doing something, awesome. And speaking of that, if you come up with a different thing, supply, idea, way of doing it, hey, let me know. Email me, or definitely take some pictures, or have someone in your family take pictures and email those. I've got that Endeavor Instagram page, and I've been putting some pictures on there because some of you have already been emailing in some of your projects that you're working on at home. Okay, I think that's enough because I got to get to the directions. I just miss you. Looking at myself right now, and I'd rather be looking at you guys. All right, take care. All right, I've got some ideas for you. Get it? Bad joke. Anyway, this project and all the other projects for this week are based on these silly little eyes. They're kind of bug eyes, and you can see that we can do lots of different things with them. And I'm going to start right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab whatever I have. So if you've got a pencil, grab it. If you've got something else, use that too. Any kind of paper will work. I'm using my circle trick, which is draw circles and circles and circles in the air until you feel like it's good, then touch your paper. I put some dots in there for now. You'll see there's some other ways of changing the eyes to give them a little more personality. And then I'm kind of just doing like diagonal scribble lines that radiate around. So when I say radiate, I mean they kind of almost like go like an old-fashioned clock. Like they go all the way around. That takes a little bit of time. Don't worry if it looks kind of funky. This one looked like a bird to me, so I stuck a triangle for a beak in its face, and then I added some funny skinny legs. Maybe you want to try another one. This time maybe you have something you could use for color. So I grabbed a marker. Ooh, this marker is old. Boy, this marker's so old, it's dry. All right, well, that didn't work. I just happen to have another marker, so I'm going to give this one a try. It's not perfect. I didn't want this marker. It's kind of thick and big, and it doesn't really look like that, fuzzy-looking hair like the other one. But it's all I have, and when we're at home, we got to do what we can do. I lost the eyes a little bit, so I'm going to grab a black marker and sketch those in. Then I can see them a little bit better, and I'll probably use that same black marker to add some feet. And I think it needs a funny little smile. And I just want to remind you, all you can do is what you can do, and definitely you can make yours look different than mine. I also have some crayons at home. So maybe you have crayons, no markers, no pencils, but maybe you have crayons. And that'll work too. So grab a crayon, any color you want, and repeat that same technique. It's radiating around. That means it also has balance that goes in a circle. Radial balance is what they call that. And I think I'll add in some eyes. Again, I keep grabbing that black marker, but if you don't have one, you could use anything to draw. Really, this is more about the experience than it is trying to make a perfect drawing. I gave it some feet, and it's looking pretty cute. The longer I'm looking at my marker one, I kind of want to add something else in there. So what happens when you put crayon on top of marker? Yeah, who knows? Give it a try. What happens if you take a pencil and you kind of darken your lines? You're probably going to get more emphasis. Ooh, look at that. Boy, didn't I change the whole personality of that bird. All it took was one letter V right between the eyes. A dark letter V. Oh, it's so angry. I don't think it's Angry Bird, though, is it? I don't know that cartoon very well. All right, changing the eyes, experimenting. Let's just work on growing as artists. Let's try different things. Take some risks. If we make a mistake, who's to say it's a mistake?